everyone, Chip Boaz here, and today I wanted to talk about looping. I've always been really interested in the idea of solo bass performance. It's something I haven't done a lot, but I would love to work it into my repertoire, and looping seems like a really great way to do that. You can put together full songs via loops or even just interesting context for improvisation. I've admired the work of bassists who have taken looping seriously for a long time. Yannick Guizdala on bass guitar and Adam Ben Ezra on upright bass have done some amazing things that I've found very inspirational. But I think the bassist who has affected me the most through his looping work has been the great Steve Lawson. I just love how he bases his work around improvisation and creates these gorgeous soundscapes through looping and extensive effects. But I'm not quite there yet, so I'm going to take this opportunity to get things started. I hope you can come along with me on this journey. If you've done looping, you have bassists that inspire you, or you just have general ideas about it, throw that down in the comments and give me some tips, give me some ideas to get things going. I am really excited about it. Let's jump into it. A few years back, I bought this Boss Loopstation RC500 pedal. Now, there's lots of great gear out there to get into looping, but I was looking for something specific when I was shopping. I wanted something that was user-friendly enough for me to just dive right into things, but also had some room to grow. The RC500 fit that bill. You can see on the back of the RC500, you've got stereo inputs and outputs, as well as a mic input, which is really convenient. So the basics are covered well. In terms of room to grow, you've also got inputs to extend with MIDI. You've got a USB-C jack to plug into your computer, as well as a space for a controller. On the front of the pedal, you've got your basic record, play, and stop switches, as well as a switch for track select. One of the things that really drew me to the RC500 was the option to have 2 looping tracks. I think that's pretty cool. You've got some faders here to control volumes on the different tracks. You've got a screen readout that lets you work with parameters, use these knobs and such to change different parameters. There's also a bunch of drum beats that come programmed inside the RC500 that sound pretty good. There's some good options there. This is also pretty sturdy, which is nice. It's great to move around. It makes a great part of a pedal board. This is a long-lasting pedal. So let's put it to the test. Looping is composition, right? So my first instinct when creating a looping piece is to go back to the basic building blocks of music, just like I would if I was writing a song. I'm going to break that down to just 3 elements for this exercise. I'm going to have a rhythmic bass foundation, I'm going to have the harmony of the song, and then I'm going to have some sort of melody on top of that. You could add even more than that, and honestly, within the context of what we're doing, you could have multiple loops to cover each one of those layers, but I'm going to keep it pretty basic for today, just have one for each. I'm going to start with the harmony so I know what I'm creating both below and above that layer. I'm going to be creating a 4-measure cycle, so it's going to be a little bit more of a jam session. Now, honestly, this goes against my sense of composition a little bit. I'm used to having more extensive chord changes and songs with multiple sections, but for someone like me who's just starting out with this, I think this is a good place to get things going. I'm going to play 4 chords, 1 measure per chord, and I'm going to start with C major 7, go down to a B flat major 7, go to an A minor 7, and then a G dominant 7. Now, when I play these within the looping piece, I want to think about the greater whole. So I'm going to play a voicing that uses 3rd, 7th, 9th, all the way down. All right. Now Now, why am I doing this? Well, I know that my bass line's going to be playing the root. So I'm going to take that out of the equation and create something that's a little more colorful. Once I've got the harmony in place, I'm going to jump to the bass line. And honestly, I'm going to keep it simple here, just sticking with roots and octaves. I'm really concerned about making the loop too cluttered. I want to have room for each part to be heard. So I'm going to play a little something like this. For the melody, I'm going to stay within my comfort zone and play more of an improvised solo. I feel like with the harmony parts and the bass line part, I'm really planning things out, being really concrete, and that's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. So I want to at least have something that sounds a little bit like me. All right, let's see what this sounds like. I'm just scratching the surface on looping here, but I guess that's what you do when you're doing something new, right? But I do see a whole lot of potential in looping. It could be great for practicing chord progressions, amazing for songwriting, a good tool for practicing groove, and it makes you look at the instrument from a little bit different perspective. And honestly, straight up, it's just a whole lot of fun. I do see that potential, and even just doing what I've done today, I'm really excited about exploring more. But what I really want to use looping for is solo bass performance, and I feel like I've got a lot of room to grow to figure that out. I've got a jazz background. A lot of the music I play is traditional and new jazz, and honestly, I'm having trouble seeing that connection, how looping could fit into that. Or even into songs with just multiple sections, right? It's about setting up a small loop and then evolving that. What happens when you get to the bridge, right? I don't know. But from what I've seen and heard, there are lots of ways to do this. I just need to explore more. I'm going to be playing with this on an ongoing basis, and I could use your help. If you've got tips about looping, there are bassists you think I should check out, or just any ideas about it in general, throw it down in the comments so we can figure this out together. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you're enjoying the videos, please hit like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you can get alerted for all the upcoming videos, and keep it on the lowdown. I will see you soon.